Ed Stetzer and Exponential just came out with a new survey this week that said that 60% of pastors say that they're working harder now than they were pre-COVID-19.
Yeah.
And pretty much everybody I've talked to and that I work with is talking about just how, the same thing that you said, how exhausted they are. I think a starting point is just to acknowledge that, because there can be a tendency in this moment to say, I've got to be the hero. I can't even acknowledge a weakness or acknowledge that I'm tired. I think naming it is a starting point, but then we got to go beyond that and be willing to put some boundaries in place. The lines are more blurred now than ever before between home and work, between personal life and work. And nobody else is going to put those boundaries in place for you. So at some point you got to say, I'm just going to turn off the computer. I'm going to turn off the phone. I don't have to respond to emails at 10 o'clock at night. I think for, the pastors that are feeling exhausted, asking for help, whether that's, seeking out some counseling help or just somebody to walk through this with, or asking people on staff to help them out becomes real important. You don't have to do it all on your own, but really being mindful of self-care. And I think the reason I said there's tension between those, I think it's incredibly important for senior pastors and executive pastors to take care of their staff, but that takes time. And if you're already burning the candle at both ends, it's hard to do that. So you need to start saying no to some. There's been all this creativity around what can we do in this stay-at-home mode. And now may be the time to prune back on some of that and say, we tried 10 things, 4 of them were really fruitful. We'll keep doing those. 6 of those aren't so fruitful, and we're going to cut back just because it's a marathon right now. It's not a sprint. And as I cut back on those things, then I've got some time to reach out to staff and take care of them, because, some of your staff members are trying to do homeschooling while work their full-time job. They're trying to, they're incredibly anxious about a parent who's in a nursing home and they can't even get to see them. And so I think spending the time to really provide some pastoral care for staff becomes one of the most important jobs you can do right now.